The first place we're going to go with our art is the environment, and we're going to talk about the arsenal. We're going to take a look at a before and after shot of coming changes to your arsenals, and then you can walk us through that from an artist's perspective.
Yeah, well, this is before and after. I mean, the left side is
closer?
2014, and the right side is yet to be released, but coming soon to a Tileset, an operatorship near you in this shot. But for the most part, it's all brand new, and that's, there's a few artists listed down there, but there's a lot of people, as always, that contribute. But this will be coming soon.
Yes. And then it's going to get upgraded with this. So this is just a closer view. And of course, we have more angles, because what would environment art be without some...
That's right. Yeah, of course. Yeah. This being as old as it is was something that we kind of take for granted a little bit, When people decorate it, we give everyone the opportunity to do what they want, color, customize, and all that stuff. Yeah. And we see it so often that it's kind of hard sometimes to realize just how old and how dated things look. And, as we grow, as we kind of produce the game, we learn new stuff.
Big credit to the graphics programmers as well. This is a new renderer that's coming to Warframe, which, again, Steve will brag about a lot later on.
Yeah, and I mean, just so those in the audience who play Warframe know, I have copied my account to the new environment, and all my decorations are preserved. So there's no concerns that you're going to lose.
That's right. Yeah, that's a great point.
So you do not need to start from scratch in decorating. It simply is there. For the most part, of course, we haven't tested every permutation, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be totally fine.
Yeah, everything, there might be a little bit of misalignment, but it's all stuff that you can fix. But we've taken a really, we take a lot of pains to really make sure that everything was going to be intact. The behind the scenes stuff that needs to be in the right place is all there, and all the decoration that you guys have done, all that stuff will be resettable or tweakable if it has to be. And then our goal in the coming months is to take this approach to the rest of the operatorship and to the Tileset itself.
Yeah.
So this visual upgrade currently is just this room and the machines, but it will be the entire ship and all the component parts soon, TM. Yeah. This is concept work by Sean Bigham, and he's one of our long-term concept artists, and I'm sure all of you have seen the great work that he's done. We always start here.
Live, folks.
So, yeah, that's an appropriate response. Rebecca tried to give me, you got me in trouble for this.
I didn't get him in trouble.
You got me in trouble. So Rebecca saw this and she's like, Jeff, there's a list of Warframes and I know Warframes are...
Where's Zephyr Deluxe? Where's Mirage Deluxe? We already have Ash Deluxe, but it's still amazing.
Right? I know, I heard that. Yeah, so this was Arson. He started out as a community artist. He did a concept for a Grenier Soldier. We reached out to him. He just did the Garuda Deluxe design, and when he was finished that design, we just wanted to keep him working as quick as possible, and it was as simple as we just thought he'd do a really cool Ash, so I think he kind of did. So
awesome. So that's first look at the Ash Deluxe V2.
Yep.
Yeah. Perhaps you saw Harrow Deluxe on the schedule, and you're like, what the heck is that?
Here he is. Yeah. So this was done by an internal character artist called Samuel, and he, like Rebecca said, I would highly recommend.
We have another, actually this is an update from a last year Deluxe concept, and now we have the model.
Oh, right. That's right.
Last year. Last Tennocon we showed this.
So he's put a ton of work into this, and it's turned out beautifully. So, and the butterflies will have a custom skin as well.
Yeah. So your razor flies will be skinned as well. So it should be great. Next up, this is a first reveal of another Deluxe skin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Can you see it? Can you see
I can see it. Yep.
This asset came in yesterday, so it might be new to even the art team up here. But you know what it is, Gray. Yep. I think this is Ivara Deluxe.
Mike Skyers, the character artist, Ivara is kind of his baby. It was like one of the first Warframes he built, I think, as a character artist at DE. So I think we can all agree that Excalibur doesn't really have enough cosmetic options in the game.
So cloth animation.
Cloth animation,
Yeah.
yeah, it's going to make our tech animators cry a little bit, but we can do it.
Yeah.
I really love this design so much. And
There's so many details to it. I mean, first of all, are we going to put the pipe in? The
So-
pipe.
yes, well,
Yes!
this is that guy, yeah.
Idle
that's it.
animation.
So we've never really done this before. Liger really wanted the pipe incorporated, and they pitched it as like an alt helm, but I don't think it's really worth selling as an alt helm in that regard. So I was thinking for the first time, as a deluxe, it might be cool to do custom idle sets, just
right.
because we can. So
It's interesting
it's
you
like,
say
why
these
not?
things when it's like the most watched stream and you have the most commitment now. Because like it's
But it's also like just honestly, like I'm even just such a fan of this that it's kind of just fun for me to do it too. So yeah,
Right.
I think idle sets are a good way to do it.
but it's not going to be tobacco. It's going to be Vestin Moss, and we're not going to
That's right.
promote smoking in our game.
The
He did a
partnership
series.
for this.
Yeah, he did a series of glyphs with us, and then he's super huge Warframe fan, so we let him go nuts with a Nova skin. Just say, hey,
Future stuff.
future stuff.
Stay
Or-
tuned.
See, Jeff can see now. Can you guys see
I
that?
know.
Next
I'm
slides.
cheating.
Okay. No spoilers for them then. All right. So what's this?
Pay attention to the name. More to come later. I don't really know how to say this, but
Yeah.
it's a custom set for a specific art style for the Duviri that we're exploring,
Oh,
which we'll have more insight on the Duviri later.
maybe you'll
Say
see
that.
some more. Yeah.
Yeah, so Nightwave, we're doing another Nightwave series coming up, and this obviously will be the theme that's surrounding it. So we're doing some custom enemies built for the next series.
Character, but in the cute sense.
It's just expansion. Yeah, just some more expansion for the trapping gameplay. They made a custom set for the upcoming Empyrean Railjack set, so that is a massive glaive. But the primary, it's a Arcwing primary, and it's a multi-targeted missile launcher. And we already have that prototyped, and it's working pretty well in game. So
There you
it's
go.
kind of the ones where you hold down the aim, hover over enemies, release.
I hope you're ready, because when we say modular, you guys think Zaws, you think kit guns, you got your modular melee, modular secondary, but what about modular Arcwing?
Awesome work by Kaz. I have no idea what the systems will be involved for how these work, but the art's cool. So
Thing?
Yeah.
So for that alt helmet, there's supposed to be like an effects in front.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah. So,
So-
it's supposed to look like it's kind of like Unicron when it's devouring.
this is the
Cybertron.
cosmetic set to go with Grendel and his custom club that will
Yeah,
animate.
how does
spin.
that work?
It'll
It's-
be animated and it'll rotate.
Just wait for it. Just wait. Worth it, right? All right. What do we know about Goss? We had
He is pretty far along power set wise. So hopefully he is releasing in a pretty brief window because he's pretty close. Yeah, so again, this is by Liger, and it's the cosmetic set and the custom pistols to go with him.
Yeah.
I think when he was still called Sapient as a code name.
Yeah, the idea with the Kubro skin is, I know people have requested Blade Wolf. Yeah, that one. So, yeah, we said why not? Why don't we do like a full skin for like a Warframe that's more, a Kubro that's more mechanical looking. So there you go.
So you can get a closer look at this with his custom Syandana. And again, that incredible looking Kubro skin.
More Wukong stuff, yep. Just the bundle to go with them, the weapon and the custom nunchucks.
Yep. Our first prime nunchucks.
Yep. Like a functional game space out of this, it was we couldn't lock it down. It was too hard to put gameplay into it.
It was one of the toughest challenges with
Yeah.
the set because we had characters which we loved,
Yep.
and when you're trying to develop a new race, you want to try to connect the two. It makes sense,
Yep.
Where did these characters come from? Where do these beings come from? And you try to represent and tie the things together in meaningful ways. And stuff that looks great in an illustration or a concept we just kept struggling as we tried to translate that to 3D.
Did it pass here, and we kind of loved where he was going, but it looked a bit too demonic. But we wanted to keep the idea of the monster. I think we showed this last year. So this is the idea of the mothership, the sentient mothership, and the red kind of filigree is how it kind of, we kind of like this idea of the organic kind of quality to these robots. So this is the ship kind of rebuilding itself, where you see the kind of red kind of veins and tissue.
Yeah, so we go from concept to...
So we started with the exterior, and then this was kind of the mesh. And then Steve had this really cool idea for the sentients that they kind of became religious, in their collective. So we wanted to kind of, when we got to the interior spaces, kind of see how cathedral kind of vibes would play. So again, this is Keith Thompson doing some more exploration. And cool stuff, but I think just a bit too on the nose for the cathedral vibe for us. But we were getting closer. We were feeling good. So then we kind of pivoted to the internal team, kind of the baton got passed to them. And they started to explore the ideas of it. And this is kind of how the mothership rebuilds herself. You can kind of see some debris in there that's getting pulled into the ship, and to give you an idea of scale, there's like an Orokin tower that's coming in. So it's just sitting in space, kind of pulling in all this debris to kind of use it as fuel to kind of
it obeys
rebuild.
the laws of...
So this was Marco, who did a concept art that we're like, okay, this is starting to feel good. It's speaking to both the cathedral elements that we like and the sense of it rebuilding on the interior. So this is when we felt really confident, and we're like, okay, we're getting closer. And we're really kind of hitting these kind of gothic vibes with the interior spaces. So all this stuff is just starting to come together. And I think this is all the stuff that we kind of like, okay, we're going to move on to production, and we started building these spaces, the level design and the layout team started putting spaces together for this.
There should be sound. Yeah, there is. But we need enemies in there to really, test us.
So again, just to talk about how big this quest is, the new tiling set is going to also bring new enemy types into the fold, and these guys will all have they're going to really be expanding on the kind of gameplay that the sentients kind of provide right now. Yeah, it's just weird. It's only going to get weirder too.
This one's my favorite.
This one's pretty hilarious. I think this guy's like a transport unit, so he's kind of like a little teleport.
Just wait. All right, what's the ortholist all about?
Yep. Again, some more long-range enemy types. Some
He's
very
long,
cool meshes.
long range?
Yeah, he's got some different long-range guns on his back. I think he's got like 4 different weapon types on him.
It's very ominous, Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
He
again,
telegraphs his attacks. Our players will be happy.
He does. Well, we're animating these guys a bit more. We're putting a bit more personality into them than the existing troopers. I like this guy a lot. So he's a shield unit.
Big shield.
Yep.
I do not want to run into any of these guys.
I know.
Yeah. The sound team's going to have a fun time too.
Yeah,
There's
everything's going to be pretty great with these guys.
Oh. Oh, that's so good.
So yeah, so hopefully, so the new war is definitely soon TM, and we'll be bringing a lot of content. A lot of new content's going to be coming. I forgot about these guys too.
Yeah. Yeah, we got
So this is like very different for Sentience. So these guys are going to hover around, but I think they also switch to kind of like ground, kind of like animalistic kind of behavior. They'll kind of cycle between flying around and running around on the ground.
That's disgusting.
Of course, someone wants them as a pet.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, more Railjack support. So these are sentient fighters. This is officially part of the new war and is a key component to the quest line.
Let's see what else. Oh,
Yeah, and just a cool little cosmetic set that's going to come with it.
So my question is probably in relation to the Nightwave because of the, was it the Wolf armor set?
yep.
One thing I'm going to probably mix it in with the same question I asked last year is, are you guys thinking of doing any updates in relation to rewards for syndicates? Like syndicate cosmetics, maybe another round of syndicate weapons, and maybe somehow...
Syndicate armor, Ray?
Well, the armor is not really my.
I know,
it's
but,
more of a Lucas
but you can say
question.
yes on someone else's part. It's fine.
Well, especially with the stuff that we're showing later, there is kind of some expansion on. Yeah, I could see a reason. I think we would do that. I'm talking about the.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Thanks. I was like,
Trying to say it eloquently, but there is going to be reason for us to explore them more.